Hi, this is Dr. Denise here. I am sharing a post about post-traumatic growth, something I talk about in my Holographic Tattoo Part One book. So one of the things I talk about with post-traumatic growth is doing something that you love. Well, I've just picked up the guitar again the last few months. I took lessons for a year, but the point is it helps me to balance my emotions and focus mentally. That's one of the things that we do with post-traumatic growth. So let me go ahead and do a reading here with my book, Holographic Tattoo Part One, by Denise Michael, M-I-C-H-E-L. In section 1, chapter 5, pages 22 and 23. I'll get to the point in just a second. I am who I am, right? All right, so page 22. Next, let me give you some backstory. I'm in the ER. This is June 3rd of 2014. I had just had what looked like I was having a stroke, so I was taken to the emergency room from my doctor's office by ambulance, and things were recorded, so they definitely thought I was having a stroke. Couldn't walk, couldn't swallow, couldn't stand when they wheeled me in. And that was the third one that week. So the setting is I was in an ER room. This was the 5.5 hours later. I'm in the room practicing something called post-traumatic growth. So next, I remember the mixed feelings of safety and grit surrounded by the steady, structured beat of house music in a warehouse full of people. Each one of us is engulfed in our outward expressions of ecstatic dance. I remember a magical moment in my classroom while teaching pathophysiology, when the mood shifted from confrontation to collaboration between nursing and integrative health studies students. Both groups realized that science and ancient methods shared the common goal of healing. I remembered dancing salsa. My memories are interrupted by the blood pressure cuff squeezing my arm to capture another reading. I open my eyes. I feel hopeful. The pharmacist arrives. I understand you aren't on any medications. Correct. You're on many supplements. Yes, I am, I answered. Someone took much time and care to enter all of these into your chart. Yes, they did, I acknowledge. It says here that you are allergic to ibuprofen, DHEA, diazepam, hydrocortisone, naproxen sodium, penicillin, I'm going to stand like him, amoxicillin, Novocaine, and lidocaine. Anything else? I've stopped trying drugs after having had life-threatening reactions to every pharmaceutical medication I've tried over the past 5 years. I decided to go about healing using holistic methods, and I take full responsibility for that choice. I say with integrity. I have that information in my records. Thank you. The pharmacist leaves the room. I need a white coat. I don't have one with me right now. I'm in transit. Amber returns. Side note, she was away letting the dogs out and getting things ready for her sister to arrive from Colorado and bringing some sustenance for me and herself. So Amber returns. How are you doing? I'm okay. How are the kids? They're fine. Have they tested you for anything yet? She then looks around and hands me the contraband, a ham sandwich and coconut water. Not yet. The nurses pop in regularly to check on me. They still won't let me have anything to eat or drink. I'm guessing it's because I couldn't swallow earlier and they didn't want me to choke. I take a bite of my sandwich. The window for accurate test results is closing. So, you know, the point of this, I've got to get my notes because, well, I'm healing. I'm still healing, but I'm doing much better, especially compared to that moment. I used clove and helichrysum at that time. And after 10.5 hours of being in the hospital, I was able to walk out. I had refused all IVs and medications. And no, I don't recommend this for you. It was just, that was my own personal situation. That was my choice, and I took responsibility for it. The amazing thing is that here it is, 8.5 years later. And at that time, I couldn't move my arm. I could barely speak. I didn't put that in the reading, but, and well, they wheeled me in. They wheeled me in for a reason. I really was couldn't walk, couldn't talk, could barely talk, couldn't swallow at that time. But I had a moment where I could, in the midst of that challenging time, I found a way to practice post-traumatic growth. I thought about, well, first I was still. I didn't really have much of a choice, right? I mean, kind of creator, God, said, you know what, be still. And then I was present. I was like, okay, I'm in this room. What can I do? What can I do right now? And then I thought about things that I love. And I started with the moments that I loved. The point is, you can do that too. Here we are in this time of the white buffalo calf, right? Yesterday I was in Nashville and saw the buffalo installation, and one of them was a white buffalo calf. And that's an indication of the time of the fifth world of peace, which is another way of saying that people's perspectives are changing from, you know, and we're integrating it, right? We're integrating the masculine and the feminine. So I think, why not integrate holistic modalities with Western medicine and align them? And that's what DreamWeaving does. And that's what I talk about in my book, in Holographic Tattoo Part One. I think one of the easiest things that all of us can practice is post-traumatic growth. It's very simple. Be still, be present, and focus on the things that you love. I'll put a link in the description so that you can purchase my book. I think there are some good little tidbits in there that will help you live a happy, healthy life. My truth is to share and teach DreamWeaving and to have true love. Come on, true love, come and get me. All right, live and love well. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Bye for now.